Well, the 20th of February. So this is the day we're heading out to go first to Dominica, just for an overnight stop as a yacht in transit, and then on to Guadeloupe, to our next island to explore. As you can see, it's a lovely day, but there is really not a lot of wind. Whether we're going to make 48 miles, 45, something like that, maybe, today or not, it's an interesting question. There's the anchor chain. You can see it on the bottom, I think, running off to the anchor over there. It's lovely, lovely clear water here. So the question is, will we make it to Dominica by 5 PM? Because that's when we've got to get there to get anchored before it gets too dark. Could be a motoring day again. There's a bit of wind though, you never know. We'll see what we can do. Should be fun either way. Well, off we go. There's the cliffs receding behind me. All our neighbours. Kerry's just getting the anchor sorted out, squared away. And soon we'll be off. I'm looking forward to this being a good sail for once. Seem to have had a few, I don't know, less than ideal sails since we got to the Caribbean, so let's see if we can get this one to go right without anything breaking. This is the top end of Martinique. Up there in the clouds is the volcano me and Alfie climbed. Can't see much up there today. This is the very end of Martinique coming up. We had the rigging all replaced back in Southampton, which is a while ago now. You can see that we need to do some tightening up on it. This is the downwind stay, and this is the slack, the mid stay. So we're really moving now. We've got 6.9 knots. Very something to work quite hard to steer.
Not too hard.
Not too hard, she says. Okay. Rose is listening to Harry Potter. And Alfie's just chilling.
I was listening to Harry Potter.
Oh, Alfie was listening to Harry Potter. And we've got still probably about 34 miles to go. And it is 11:15, so we better get a move on. It's a good job we're moving quickly. Hey! So the first sight of Dominica. Well, first time we looked at it properly. Scott. Alfie's at the hat doing the camera. I'm wearing Alfie's hat. Do you like it? Mummy's at the tiller.
Yay. And Rose is sleeping.
Rose is having a doze. And we've got about 3 hours sailing to go to get halfway up to Dominica. Then we're just going to anchor for the night as a yacht in passage, yacht in transit, I mean, and have a rest, and then we'll be sailing again tomorrow. But we've gone from having 18 to 20 knot winds to having 3 knot winds. And we're not sailing at all, we're motoring now. Dominica just turns out to be way too mountainous. It's just blocking all the wind coming across the Atlantic, and there's none left. So we just got to motor these last 9 miles or so. It's a shame, it's going to take us probably about 2.5 hours, maybe more. We might not get there till 6, which is a bit worrying. We've got to anchor in the dark if it gets much later than that. So fingers crossed. But it's a very pleasant day at sea. We're all looking out for whales because apparently there's lots of whale spotting goes on off Dominica. So with a bit of luck, we might see something big and exciting in a few minutes.
It's the morning of the 21st of February, and this is the only night we're allowed to spend in Dominica, the morning of the only night.
So we just anchored in this nice bay called Merrill Beach last night, along with a couple of other art boats. Had a nice sleep, and now we're about to head to Guadeloupe.
Which is about, we think, 30 odd, maybe a bit more miles that way.
But we're not going to go to the mainland of Guadeloupe, we're going to go to Les Saints.
Which we think is kind of like the Scilly Isles transplanted to the Caribbean. So it should be nice.
Well, that's what we're hoping for. So hopefully we'll be there in the afternoon, and then we can start exploring.
So in the meantime, the only view of Dominica we've got is of some cliffs and a bit of sea. We'll show you. Here we go. This is Mero Beach. There's our other boat, the rest of our fleet. Big Bubble there and Magic Dragon over here. And then this is the town of Mero and the rocks and the cliffs. There's a bit of forest there with a pelican flying in front of it, which is pretty much what we're finding. We don't see seagulls, we see pelicans. And then along here is the rest of the beach, another little bit of town over there. There we go. And we're going to have to try and use this wind vane to steer today because our tiller pilot has a fault. Well, it's not really a fault. It's not getting enough power because its connectors are corroded, so that'll be fixable, but not tonight, not today.
Okay, just checking the water flow. Yeah, we got some. Even though we've made it, we're still keeping log entries of all our passages. Pretty much for ourselves, but also because, well, it could be important later on. Well, we're just beginning our passage up past Dominica. We're having to motor because, well, all these mountains are in the way of the wind. Pretty, but inconvenient. But we're mostly looking out this way because people have been telling us that here's good for whale watching. So we're hoping we might encounter something big. So this is the last bit of Dominica behind us. We've got wind now. So we're sailing, and no whales yet anyway.
Well, that we can see, they're probably out there, but it doesn't mean that we can see them. Okay, here we have a very cool 5-masted ship. It is called...
I think that one's the Royal Clipper.
Rose and Alfie just come up to have a look at the ships. Daddy did a good job hand steering so we don't hit the giant ships. And you can see how many sails has it got up, guys?
That one has weight, that one has, the other one has more though. 15 sails up. I count.
Well,
that
we're
one,
doing 11 knots, so
somehow that one's
it's obviously working.
that one's going faster than that one.
On our way to Guadeloupe, and we've got, was it Vincent, the wind vane, is driving. And it's taking us on an okay course. It's not perfect, you can see we're kind of slightly diverging from our ideal line, which is this one, but it's working, which for a purely mechanical feedback system isn't bad. 22nd of the second. There is the islands Les Saints, which, well, on the map look a bit like the Scilly Isles in the Caribbean, just to the south of Guadeloupe. And we're about 8 miles away from them at the moment. That's where we're heading off for today. We had a lovely sail across here, pretty much mostly with the wind vane. Have a nice trip.
Okay, okay.
I'm hoping this is going to come out, and I'm hoping you can hear this. This is a water spout we can see on the other side of the island over there. This fantastic finger of cloud reaching down, presumably towards the sea. What a weird thing to see.
Coming out the mountain.
It does, doesn't it? Wow. First time I've seen one of those.
Yeah, me too. I've seen them in Oxford.
Yeah, but not in real world or non-cartoon world. Where are we, guys?
Where are we on? I can't remember.
We are in Les
Sans. And
Just, where's that? What's that part of?
Guadeloupe.
Guadeloupe. There we are.
Which is so far food good, everything else not so good.
I mean, I like
And what's not so good about it?
Every single thing here is super expensive.
Right.
Yeah, no, you could buy like a horrible bikini. We're just made of like 2 pieces of fabric. 42 euros.
And 100.
Wow.
That's a lot of money.
And some of our friends told us.
Who told us?
Some people are called a boat.
But they do have giant hats, which is amazing. They have giant hats that cover your entire body.
Okay.
I would like to buy one, but it's stupidly expensive.
Maybe not a great place to buy a t-shirt then.
But later we're going to check in, and then we're going to get our laundry done
No, we're not. I'm not doing
and
laundry.
do some food shopping.
What?
And then we will dinghy back to our boat, which is on mooring on the other island.
Friends around.
Oh, so today we've left Les Sans and we're heading over to the mainland of Guadeloupe to our marina at Port-de-Basse to do some boat jobs and more shopping. Decathlon are going to do well out of this trip. Alfie steering again. Rose is falling asleep. It's time for lunch. Shacks here.
Some amazing, yeah.
Pretty colourful.
There's a nice boat on.
Yeah. Okay.
Very wet.
It really is raining pretty well. Carnival night is continuing to be pretty damp. 28th of February. Well, we're in Guadeloupe. In fact, we're in, where are we at?
Marina de Port-de-Basse.
Port-de-Basse. Well, we came because we needed to get all sorts of boat bits. We didn't think this through really very well because we arrived at the weekend at the beginning of the Carnival season, which I think was it Lent?
Well, Lent starts.
The start of Lent.
Yeah, on Wednesday.
So everything has been shut for national holidays. But we did get to see the Carnival,
It's very cool.
which was good. And today is the Monday when we were hoping things are open. Only one of the chandlers here is open, and that's the little one that doesn't sell nearly anything we want.
So we're hoping one a bit further up the road will do, so we're going to go for a walk up there in a bit.
Yeah. And we're heading around to Basse-Terre from Port-de-Basse, which is sort of down Guadeloupe, around the corner and back up the west side. on our way eventually to the Cousteau Reserve, but we need to stop in Basse-Terre because I need to go to the dentist. A tooth broke yesterday, so hoping to find a dentist that's open, because the dentist in Port de Basse wasn't open this morning because it's Mardi Gras. But we're sailing nicely, 6 knots down the middle of Guadeloupe, and should be able to get there in about 5 hours at this rate. Should be good. There's the South Cardinal buoy, which is kind of marking about the end of the interesting navigation around Port de Basse. We're sailing out south. There we go. Sailing south. What are we on? We're about 6 months into this expedition now. It's February. No, it's March. 2nd March. 7 months even. So how do we feel about the whole sailing expedition adventure thing at the moment?
It's too hot, but some of it's good. The pastries are good. Still too hot though.
Okay.
Really hot. I don't like it.
We got that. Okay.
Too hot.
Yeah. Alfie?
Very hot.
Very hot. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Hot.
So hot is the general consensus then?
No, but it's nice when you're in Anchorage. So you can just jump on the back of the boat anytime you want.
Yeah. Well, that's where we're going today, in Anchorage.
Yeah.
There's a yellow can on our port side. This is one of the many hazards to navigation. I guess we were naive to think we'd left all of the lobster potting in Europe. Definitely there is some of it going on here as well. It's quite deep here though, 50 metres. That's the water maker. Output. It's a lovely day. There's lots and lots of sargasso weed as we're coming down the side of Guadeloupe today. So far it hasn't jammed up our log sensor. Sometimes it does. The weather has rather deteriorated. We've got only 9 knots of wind. A load of rain behind our heads. We've got a bit wet already.
We were roasting earlier, so it wasn't too off a little bit.
Yeah. So we're motoring through the sargasso seaweed, and hopefully when we get around the corner we'll have a little bit of wind. We can sail a little bit. It's not very far around the corner we need to go.
And then we're going to anchor somewhere nice for the night, and then we're all going to go for a swim.
Hooray! What are our plans? Where are we going?
We are doing Guadeloupe, and then we had somebody this morning that said we should really go to Nevis, but we don't think we're going to Nevis. He gave us a really nice book about Nevis, and we'll probably read that, but I don't think we'll go to Nevis. We think we'll go to Antigua.
Yeah, I think we are. Antigua looks like it's going to be nice. It's also expensive, but nice. Where we go after that is probably Barbuda, Antigua.
Yeah.
And then we might come
To St. Martin or Anguilla.
Yeah, we might do that by coming back via Antigua or going straight across. And then eventually we're still planning to be heading up to the British Virgin Islands. But we've decided to ship Cloud Jumper home rather than sail at home. And that's because the sail home, we were advised we needed more than 2 adult crew. We don't really have anywhere on the boat to put any more crew, so we'd have to take the kids and send them home for about 6 weeks. So I don't really want to send the kids home for 6 weeks, do you? So we decided we would get up to BVI and then ship the boat back to Southampton in May, and then we'll cruise around the south coast of the UK and maybe a bit of northern France until August. It should be quite good fun actually. We didn't really do much cruising in the UK because it was all a massive dash to get south down to the start of the arm. So might get to the Scilly Isles.
Maybe. Or maybe the islands of Denmark. That would be cool. I would Netherlands.
Oh, that's a good thought. Yeah, yeah, go to the Netherlands. Yeah. So, still haven't quite figured it out, but that's roughly where we are planned as far as beginning of March. We've got into a bit of a race with this cat behind us. Not that they know they're in a race, but trying to keep it behind us. And we've got all the sails up. The wind's coming from sort of over there. There's the back south end of Guadeloupe. Rose has become some kind of Klingon sloth creature. And there are various boats heading for us up ahead, or heading away from us, which we need to navigate around. Well, you can see the anchorage we're hoping to come into. It doesn't look too full, there's plenty of spaces. But we really want to be on this side over here, next to the marina, rather than on this side over here. So we're going to go and have a look and check it all out. Find the best spot, and then we'll hopefully be able to come back and stick our anchor in it. Hey, here we are, anchored at, I think it's Point Noir Rock, or Point Rock Noir, I'm not sure which way, but anyway, Black Rock Point, which seems to have a huge quarry over here. Got a marina back this way, and lots of seagrass. And bizarrely, we seem to be anchored over a shipwreck. Well, a yacht wreck. It's a very, very old, clearly, very wrecked yacht, all smashed up underneath. I'll go get him with the underwater camera and take some pictures. So here they are.